Hey, everybody, and welcome to the third and final night of the Black Ensemble Theater's 16th annual Black Playwrights Festival, written by members of the Black Ensemble's Black Playwrights Initiative. My name is Daryl Brooks. I'm your host for the next few days, and I also had the pleasure of co-directing these pieces with the incomparable Michelle Renee Bester. Before we go any further, we must give a big thank you to the one and only Jackie Taylor, founder and executive director of the Black Ensemble Theater, and of course a big shout out to the National Endowment for the Arts for supporting this festival. Now, a little bit about the Black Playwrights Initiative, or BPI. BPI is a program of the Black Ensemble that brings attention to Chicago's African American playwrights community, providing year-round meetings, workshops, and resources. It is also the mission of the BPI to provide a continuum of scripts for the Black Ensemble. It is our goal to expose and strengthen the works of the young novice playwright as well as the mature seasoned playwright and expose their works on a local and national level. Now, if you are a playwright and you want to be considered to become a member of BPI, please submit a letter of inquiry and a 10-page writing sample to dbrooks@blackensemble.org. Again, that's dbrooks@blackensemble.org. That's me. Now, on to tonight's reading. Tonight you will see Two Gun Pete, the story of Sylvester Washington, written by BPI member Ervin Gardner. Now, after the show, please stay with us as the playwright and the cast will go live and take your questions and comments. Now, there may be a little bit of a delay, but stick with us, and we will come back live for what we call the hot seat. All right? Without further ado, enjoy the show, and we will see you after.
I'm sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Washington. There's nothing more we can do.
What are you saying?
Your liver is damaged beyond medical repair. It's just a matter of time.
How long?
You'll be lucky to survive the night.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Doc.
I'm sorry, Sylvester.
Well, nobody lives forever. Not even Two Gun Pete.
All that drinking destroyed your liver.
Hey, I live my life my way and I'll deal with the consequences. You should be happy.
Why would you say something like that?
I get it, I'm 40 years older than you. And you're still in your 20s. I see you flirting with those young punks in the bar.
Will you stop it?
You've probably been screwing them behind my back, haven't you?
I haven't been with anyone else in our 9 years of marriage. Hell, I've never had sex with another man in my entire life.
Look, I'm 65. I didn't just get off the boat.
Do you have to be so damn difficult at a time like this?
What's wrong? Can't handle the truth?
Sylvester, we just found out that you're about to die. Do you really want to start some shit now? I mean, can we talk about something else, please?
Hand me my jacket.
Sylvester.
What difference does it make? I'm dying anyway. Hand me my jacket, woman. Thank you, dear. Woo!
You want me to get the doctor?
Why? Ain't nothing he can do. Just let me die in peace. Woo!
Sylvester, do you have any regrets?
Regrets are a waste of time. You can't change the past. It is what it is.
But if there was something that you could, would you?
Hell no. I lived a fabulous life. I came up to Chicago from Mississippi when I was only 14. Who would have thought this little nappy-headed black boy would become one of the greatest lawmen of all time? Being a police officer in Brownsville was rough, but someone had to do it, and no one did it better than me. No, I have no regrets. And I remember leaving my job at the stockyards and joining the police force. At that time, the South Side had the highest rate of murders, robberies, and rapes in Chicago. You know what they called it back then?
The bucket of blood.
That's right. Full of hoodlums, gangs, thieves, drug dealers, pimps, and prostitutes. 200,000 black people crowded in a 3-square-mile area.
That was a crime within itself.
I brought law and order back to the South Side, and I made it possible for law-abiding citizens to walk the streets safely. I protected the businesses in the neighborhood, and I made the criminals respect the law and me.
You mean fear you, don't you?
Look, I wasn't dealing with choir boys. I realized the only way to enforce the law was to earn the hoodlums' respect by any means necessary. My reputation was as tough or tougher than theirs.
I understand you had to be tough. But what about the men that couldn't find a decent job or were just trying to put food on the table for their family?
What about them?
Did you ever feel sorry for them or give them a break?
I wasn't a damn social worker. I was a police officer. I know how a man feels when discrimination cheats him out of a good job, and the bitterness that comes from not being able to find a decent place to live or provide enough food for his family. But my job was not to deal with the reasons for the crime. It was to apprehend anyone breaking the law and bring them to justice.
So, no mercy.
If a man makes a conscious decision to commit a crime, he has to deal with the consequences. When he pokes a gun in your face and threatens your life, you can only think about your safety and the safety of the community you swore to protect.
I guess.
Ain't no guessing involved. If you show any weakness on the streets, that's your ass. And I love my ass. I remember my rookie year, and the first time I had to put somebody down. I shot him 4 times with a .38, and he still made it to the street. What if he was lucky enough to squeeze off a shot? I wouldn't have time to reload. That could have been my ass. But I made sure that shit did never happen again.
How did you make sure it wouldn't happen again?
I realized if I had 2 guns, I don't have to worry about reloading. So I started packing the most powerful guns I could find. 2 .357 Magnums. They would stop an elephant in its tracks.
Is that how you got your nickname?
Some reporter used it in an article about me. Never cared much for the name, but it stuck. Before long, everybody was calling me Two Gun Pete.
Is it safe?
My man Rob, come on in, boy.
Hey, how we doing, Wash?
I'm hanging, baby, but it don't look too good.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Hell, it is what it is. Baby, can you give us a minute?
Sure.
So what's the real deal?
Well, the doctor said this is it.
Damn, man, I'm sorry.
It's all right. We all got to go sooner or later, don't we?
Yeah, I guess we all got the same destination.
Hey, have a final drink with me.
You the only nigga I know to go out tasting.
Hey, there's only one Sylvester Washington.
Yeah, you ain't never lied about that. For the good times.
We had a hell of a ride, didn't we?
More like a roller coaster traveling 100 miles per hour.
Rob, I want you to know that I appreciate you having my back all those years.
Now, you kidding? Nobody was fucking with the Notorious Two Gun Pete. Shit, I still remember my first day on the job.
You were green as grass.
Well, not for long when you was my training officer. I had no idea what I was in for.
Look, Ricky. You gotta keep your eyes open at all times. These streets are mean and dangerous. Can't afford to miss a damn thing.
Yes, sir.
Gotta pull over. You see that motherfucker? He's up no good.
How can you tell?
Why else would he be hanging on the corner? He's looking for an opportunity to rip somebody off. Our job is to make the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. I don't like jitterbugs like you hanging on these corners. Now move off or go to jail right now. You see, that's the way you have to treat these black motherfuckers. Let them know you mean business. News travels fast. This is how you keep the streets clean. You want to do the next one?
No, man. You do it better than me. And besides, they know you.
No, that's how they gonna get to know you. By kicking their ass. Yo, drive over to the L. I'm going to show you the pickpockets. You know why I became a police officer?
I have no idea.
I was working the stockyards, knocking cows in the head. One day I asked myself, why am I killing these poor cows? Shit, they haven't done anything to deserve this. If I'm going to knock somebody in the head, why not these wrongdoing motherfuckers? They're the ones that deserve the most.
I hear you.
This is the best job a man could have. But there was a time, I wonder why I took it.
What do you mean?
I'm not a religious man by any means, but I know the Bible backwards. I could preach it if I wanted to.
Hey, why not?
It ain't for me. To tell the truth, I think Jesus was a sissy. He took too much shit off people.
He believed in turning the other cheek.
That shit don't work in the streets. I remember reading a phrase from an old Japanese ghost shoe book. It said, every human being has a mission that only he can fulfill. At that moment, I realized that my purpose is to clean up the dirt and filth in the black neighborhoods.
So this is your mission?
It is. As a police officer, my mission is to make sure these punks, lowlives, and thugs pay.
It sounds like you hate them.
You damn right. You know, I made a poem about things. You want to hear it?
Sure.
All right. Ready? Here we go. A thug to me is like a flea that you always hate to see. They hide on dogs and cats and sometimes in a tree. So when I leave this world, read my tombstone as you pass. Here lies Wash, who showed no class when it came to kicking thugs in they motherfucking ass. And if they somehow managed to get away, I'd always wait for another day. Because I knew I'd catch them sooner or later and beat their head to mashed potato.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Everybody knows me as a policeman, but I'm well rounded. If I didn't have to clean up these damn streets, I could easily become a renowned poet. I got culture.
Yeah.
Did I say something funny?
No, sir.
Oh, you should have seen the look on your face.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were serious or not. I knew I'd never seen so many wrongdoing hoodlums and prostitutes break for cover when you came on the scene.
They knew I didn't play. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. And if you were crazy enough to challenge me, you were in for a bad day.
You know, I think most folks thought you were crazy.
Yeah, that's why the commanders assigned me to Bronzeville. I know behind my back they were saying, if that crazy nigga can't clean this up, nobody can.
Yeah, is that why they gave you so much latitude in the execution of your duties? You were the only policeman that drove a Cadillac, carried 2 non-regulation .357 Magnums, and dressed to the nines all while on duty?
I gave them what they wanted. Over 20,000 arrests, hauling as many as 500 criminals per month, and 50 in a day. I produced.
Yeah, that you did.
One day I was bringing them in so fast, I had to lock some in the toilet until the cell became available.
I tip my hat off to you, sir. You're truly a legend in law enforcement. One thing I'll say, with you, the night never ended. Hey, you know him?
Nah, everybody knows Baby Bell the pimp. Why the hell does he want? Now pull over.
My man, Wash. What's shaking, baby?
You flagged me down. You tell me.
I wanted to invite you to my birthday party Saturday.
Oh, where?
Club Delisa. You know, the best food, music, and as you know, plenty of fine women.
Oh, that sounds good. I'll see if I can make it. Look, this here's my partner, Rob. Spread the word. Anybody fucks with him, fucks with me.
I hear you.
Now, if you don't mind, I gotta get to work. Right.
You're really not considering going to his party, are you?
Why not? He gives the best parties in Chicago.
Well, he's a pimp, a criminal.
Yeah, tell me something I don't know.
How can you socialize with a criminal?
Bell's a a friend. And the only way you learn about the underworld is to go into it. All these parties, you get to find out who's who. Bell, Tall Man, and Trick Shot, they're hustlers. They hustle so they can buy flashy cars and fancy clothes. They obey the law. Don't rob nobody. And do what I say. I can arrest them anytime I want.
Really?
Yeah, I'll give you an example, all right? One night I was awakened by a phone call from a club owner friend of mine. Oh, he was very upset because Baby Bear had gotten drunk in his club, pulled out his piece and started shooting up the place. So I waited, a good little while. Then I called Bell at home. When he answered, I told him, "This is Wash, and you're under arrest. You want me to come get you, or do you want to meet me at the 5th District Precinct Station?"
What do you do?
Shit, within 30 minutes, he was at the station waiting for me.
Wow.
Yeah, I made hundreds of arrests by telephone, not just Bill, but other big-time hustlers and gamblers, even street thugs. If I arrest them on the street and tell them to turn themselves in, they better be there when I get there.
All right, what happens if they don't comply?
They'll have to pay the consequences. Once I sent a whole gang of punks to jail at one time. One of them had the audacity not to turn himself in.
What did you do?
A few days later, I saw him on the street, snuck up behind him and put my .357 to his head.
Did he piss his pants?
Damn near. I told him, "Okay, now punk, run and I'll blow your head off. Do you know who I am?" He nodded, yes, Then why didn't you follow my instructions and go to jail with the rest of your little boys? You know what this punk had the nerve to say?
I can't imagine.
He said he didn't want to. I let him know that his actions were very disrespectful and that I was personally offended. So now, you're going to have to pay for your disobedience. He looked puzzled and asked, "What do you mean?" I told him, "When I finish kicking your ass, you know exactly what I mean." I threw it to his ass so bad, he was begging to go to jail.
Do you ever give anybody a pass?
What? And ruin my reputation that I fought so hard to establish. If you show any weakness out here, it's an open invitation for thugs to try you, and try you they will. You understand?
Yeah, did you read the paper today?
Yeah, I did, unfortunately.
Why on earth Two Gun Pete did it again? They try to make you famous.
Nah, it's just the opposite.
What do you mean?
They're trying to make me look like a serial killer. Two Gun Pete did it again. I killed a crazy motherfucker in the line of duty who was trying to kill me. They try to make it seem like I just go around killing at random. He raped, stabbed, and damn near killed a 12-year-old girl.
Shit, sounds like he deserved a good killing.
Damn right, and I'll do it again. After I killed him, I locked up about 19 members of his little gang.
Same day?
Yeah. They were hanging on the corner of 48th and Calumet selling dope to school kids. Probably trying to figure out how to get revenge on me for wasting their little buddy.
With your celebrity status, don't you worry that somebody would try to make a name for themselves by taking you out?
I came up with a solution for that.
What?
Any motherfucker that has the nerve to pull a gun on me, the groundhogs will be his mailman.
6 feet under, huh?
I don't give a damn what they say. I'm not trying to die today. As an officer of the law, I don't deny. I do my job well. At least I try. But many disagree with that as well, especially thugs and pushers that I put in jail. Anyone that puts a gun in my face is going straight to hell.
You are a poet.
You better know it.
Well, yeah, I guess our shift is over, huh? Man, I'm exhausted. Ready to call it a night? Call it a day?
Rookie, the night is still young. Let's go get a drink and find some freaky women and have some fun.
Well, that was one hell of a night.
The most important thing I taught you that night wasn't in the books. Our job is so stressful, if you don't relieve that pressure, it'll kill you. You got to have some fun.
Yeah, you definitely showed me how to achieve balance.
Freaky women will do it every time.
You ain't lying about that. Say, what was our best assignment?
Shit, that's easy. Celebrity detail.
Damn right. We saw all the greats. Cab Calloway, Count Basie, Lionel Hampton.
Hazel Scott, Billie Holiday, Mary Lou Williams, Lena Horne. And the after parties were out of sight. Just think, if we weren't policemen, we would have never been on the scene.
Yeah, we had some great times.
And some close calls. You never knew what to expect from day to day.
Get in, motherfucker.
You heard him, Pup. Get in the fucking car. Drive, motherfucker.
Where to?
The pier.
Man, take his guns. One wrong move and you're dead.
What do you want, huh? Money? I can get that for you.
I'm a game hunter. And you my biggest catch yet.
What are you gonna do with me?
Come on, Mr. Two Gun Pete. You ain't that dumb. We gonna put your ass on nice.
Just shut the fuck up and drive. How does it feel to be the one on the other end of the barrel, Mr. No Gun, stupid ass Pete?
Hey, pull over here.
Take a good look around. This is the end of your road. Get out.
You almost got me. But instead, I put out your lights. They call me Pete, and I'm king of the streets. Beware, you so-called gang leaders and ruthless fools. You better learn how to play by the golden rules. Because your time is running out. That you can see. They've been bigger and tougher dudes than you who had to face me. But my 357 got the best of their tails. And now, just like them, the groundhogs will be delivering your mail.
Yeah, I despise the criminals that hurt, rob, and kill our people, using intimidation or violence. They prey on the old, weak, and good law-abiding citizens.
Damn punks.
You remember the Jones brothers?
Yeah, the policy kings. They became millionaires by running numbers.
Technically, they were criminals, but I respected the way they handled their business, professionally and with integrity. They had hundreds on their payroll and gave loans to folks in the community so they could start their own businesses. They actually gave back to and kept money in the community.
Yeah, the mafia eventually ran them out of town and took over their business.
If all criminals were like the Jones brothers, there wouldn't have been a need for Two Gun Pete.
Two Gun Pete was a bad man, but he couldn't hold a candle to Sylvester Washington. You are the most fearless, toughest, dedicated, fun-loving motherfucker I've ever had the pleasure to know. You're my hero.
I've been called a lot of things, but rarely a hero.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss you, brother.
Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, gotta go, man. I love you, man, and ain't a damn thing you can do about it.
Man, get your ass out of here.
Hey, listen, man, if you need anything, and I do mean anything, don't hesitate.
Thanks, Rob. I appreciate that. Did you have a good visit?
It was cool.
Y'all reminisce about the good old days?
Yeah, we put in real work back then.
Sylvester, I want to ask you something. And I want you to be totally honest with me. Did you love me?
What kind of damn question is that? Of course I do. Why do you think I married you?
If you love me, why did you treat me so bad?
What are you talking about? I took good care of you. You were respected and admired in the neighborhood because you were my wife. I put you in a fine apartment. I bought you the finest clothes and furs. I don't remember you or the kids ever going hungry. I provided for you and protected you.
Yes, you did, but you know what I'm talking about. If you love me, why did you beat me?
That was your fault. Being disrespectful with your smart-ass mouth. You know no one disrespects me.
I'm your wife.
Then act like it.
What happened to us? We used to be so happy. Remember when we first met?
Yes. I had just retired from the police force. I bought the building that you and your family was living in. When I first saw you, I knew I had to get to know you.
But I was only 14 and you were, what, 50?
Age is just a number. Plus, you had the body of a grown-ass woman.
So it was all about my body.
No, there was something special about you. I don't know how to explain it, but you had a certain aura, an innocence that I couldn't resist. That's why I hired you as my housekeeper so we could spend time together.
I was the envy of all the girls at DuSable High School. I was working for the famous Two Gun Pete. I couldn't wait to come over after school. I mean, half the time there wasn't nothing to clean up, but you paid me anyway.
I knew you needed the money.
We would talk for hours from the time I got there until I left. Sometimes we would just sit and watch TV. I was too young to know you were setting me up.
What are you talking about? Nobody set you up.
Oh, now, so you got amnesia, huh?
Being good to you is not the same as setting you up.
What do you call getting a 14-year-old girl tipsy from drinking champagne and having your way with her?
You didn't do anything you didn't want to.
You took advantage of an underage girl.
And you liked it.
And you do realize you could have gotten me pregnant and could have been arrested for statutory rape.
Please. No one had the balls to arrest Two Gun Pete.
Luckily for you, you didn't have to find out. I figured the best thing to do was just to go along with our relationship.
Wasn't I good to you?
Yes, in the beginning. I mean, those were the best of times. I remember you coming home one day and giving me a lot of money.
I always gave you money. I did what I could to make you happy.
Well, this particular day, you told me to go downtown, buy a white dress and some luggage because we were going on a trip, remember?
Yes.
I had no idea what you had planned. We drove down to East St. Louis. You kissed me and said, "We're getting married." I thought you were joking, but sure enough.
You said yes and became Mrs. Washington.
It happened so fast and unexpectedly, it was like a dream. I was married to Two Gun Pete. I thought we would be happily ever after. I mean, how do we lose that? What happened?
For one thing, after the kids were born, you started nagging me about every damn thing.
Like what?
Like not being home enough.
That wasn't nagging. And what's wrong with spending time with your wife and kids? When you did come home, you would sleep half the time, and sometimes you didn't come home at all.
I had a business to run. Running the Hilltop was not a 9-to-5 job. I worked my ass off for us.
You could have hired someone to help out. But no, you had to do everything yourself.
You're damn right. People will rob you blind. I couldn't trust nobody.
Not even me, huh?
Your job was to take care of the kids, and I took care of you. You never had to work a day in your life, did you?
You made sure I was at home so you could be with your other women.
Please don't start.
You want to talk about being disrespectful? You could have at least been more discreet with your affairs. Everybody knew you added a room to the back of the bar for your St. Louis woman. Not only was it disrespectful, it was embarrassing.
Oh, Lord, here we go again. Is that why you tried to kill me?
I didn't try to kill you.
No, it's ironic. Of all the badass thugs I faced, my wife was the only one to shoot me.
You know that was an accident.
Was it?
You were so drunk. Look at him. He's drunk again. He's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The more he drinks, the more evil he gets. I'm so tired of this. I'm not taking another beating. I'll wait for him to go to the bathroom, and then I'm leaving for good.
Bitch! Where do you think you going?
We started to struggle. I kicked you in the testicles. You dropped to your knees, and one of your guns fell off of your belt onto the floor. It fired and shot you in the stomach.
You shot me.
I don't believe you tried to charge me with attempted murder.
You almost killed me.
Maybe I should have, but it was an accident.
I can still see the newspaper headlines. Two Gun Pete shot by his teenage wife. You want to talk about embarrassing?
You know what really happened to our relationship?
Your smart-ass mouth.
I didn't say anything to give you cause to beat me like I was a man. I had to keep a bag with clothes hid under the porch so me and the kids would escape when you started drinking. That made me hate you.
If you hated me so much, why did you stay with me?
I don't know. I was so young when we got together. You were the only man that I had ever had a relationship with. Maybe I was being naive to believe that this was love and that the man I fell in love with will return someday. But the hard truth is that you drank so much and for so long, it eventually took you over.
God damn it, woman, I'm a grown man. I drink whenever I want to, and you ain't got shit to say about it.
Sylvester, you became a violent alcoholic.
You keep talking, and you're gonna see some violence.
Is that the only way you know how to settle your differences, by kicking ass?
You about to find out.
I'm glad I didn't know you when you were a police officer. I heard about some of the horrible things you did and all the people you killed.
I did what I had to do, and I wouldn't hesitate to do it again.
I wanted to believe that you were a changed man and left all that behind you. But reality set in the night you threatened my father.
Damn, that was a good show.
Count Basie has one hell of a band. He's the best. Thanks, Sylvester. We appreciate you taking us.
The night is still young. Let's have another drink and go to Gladys's for breakfast.
Still young? The sun will be coming up soon. No, I don't think so.
Bullshit. You can stand one more drink.
No, Sylvester. Just drop us at home. We're tired.
Is that how you show your appreciation? All right, forget about the drink. We'll just go get some breakfast.
Not tonight, Sylvester. You can drop us here.
I ain't dropping you nowhere. We're going to Gladys's.
Just pull over and we'll get a cab.
I know you don't like me because I kick your daughter ass sometimes.
You proud of that?
You damn right. She's my wife, and I'll do it again when I'm good goddamn and ready.
Roz, do you want this man?
See, I'm hip to y'all trying to hook up with some of them little young punks.
Daughter, you don't have to be scared. You can come home with us tonight.
Motherfucker! You don't tell her where to go. I do. Don't you know who you fucking with? Get out the car, nigga. I'm gonna beat your ass. God! You cut me, motherfucker!
You shot me, your father cut me, and you asked me if I loved you? That's the only reason I didn't kill him, because of you. Now, if that ain't love, I don't know what is. Oh!
Doctor, someone please help. Walt.
How's he doing?
Not good. He's in extreme pain. So the doctor drugged him up. He said he'll be in and out the rest of the night.
He's not any better?
He's not going to get any better. The doctor said this is it.
Damn.
Y'all been friends for a long time, huh?
Yeah, we met in high school. His family had just moved. We became friends and hung out with the cool cats.
Was he always so violent?
He was always tough. He could throw down with the best of them. And one day as teenagers, we were hanging out at this club on 43rd, tasting.
He's been drinking since he was a teenager?
Well, we all have. Anyway, it was this tough kid named Kilgore. He was a couple of years older than us and bigger than us. Well, Wash was about to take a drink when Kilgore slapped the bottle out of his hand. And without hesitation, Wash got up and hit him in his face. Kilgore was stunned for about a second, and then he fired up Wash. He knocked him to the ground, and we were all gesturing for him to stay down, but Wash got up with a brick in his hand.
A brick?
He bust Kilgore's head wide open. I mean, blood was everywhere. And from that point on, nobody fucked with him.
Did he get more violent as he got older?
He became more violent when he became a cop. He just loved to kick ass. And now he had the license to do it with the law to backing him up. I thought he would slow down once he left the police force, but he didn't.
Considering how much he drank, I guess it didn't help when he opened up the lounge.
And when he opened up the Hilltop, his attitude got even worse. Regular folks stopped coming. His main customers was mainly retired commanders, chief judges, lawyers, and rookie police officers. Most of them came to hear his war stories, and he had plenty of them. I remember when he came to Baby Belle's funeral.
Damn. I never seen so many limos and caddies lining the streets. It's like a parade. Every pimp, prostitute, and hustler must be here. Yeah, Bell was the best hustler on the streets. And a good friend. Gonna miss him. Pain from his cancers just got to be too much for him to handle, so committed suicide. What the fuck do you think you're doing?
I brought that ring. It's mine. That motherfucker can't use it now.
No. And neither can you, not where you going. Let's go.
Sir, you're out of order. Coming into my church and causing trouble? Get out.
I'm Two Gun Pete. And I'm just doing my job. And if you don't get your punk ass back to your goddamn office.
Brothers and sisters, take it easy and let Officer Washington do his job.
I never saw such a circus before. But Wash single-handedly brought order back to Belle's funeral. He demanded respect. He didn't care who you was or what color you were. If he didn't like you or you got out of line or you was in the wrong, he went upside your head.
But I was a good wife to him. Why did he hurt me?
I can't answer that. He beat his first two wives. Eventually they left. I'm surprised you didn't leave.
I probably should have. Sometimes he would be so sweet and loving, and the other times he would be so evil. I never understood him.
I don't think anyone's alive that can fully understand him. He's special. Definitely one of a kind. Yeah, I'm surprised he lived to be this old. This cat had 9 lives and used each and every one of them.
Yeah, I heard some of the stories.
Yeah, I remember one time Wash was walking to his car when this man approached him. He was a sailor, tall and muscular. The sailor asked if he could shake the hands of the great Two Guns Pete. Wash shook his hand and turned back to continue to his car when the sailor sucker punched him, knocking Wash to the ground. Wash bumped his head on the ground, causing him to become dizzy, and he struggled to his feet, but the sailor kicked him back down, taking both of his guns. Now word spread like wildfire. And the streets, well, a crowd formed. Wash had to kill us. He had killed the sailor's brother, and the sailor was out for revenge.
So Sylvester was on the ground.
Dizzy and trying to clear his head.
And the sailor was standing over him with both his guns.
I just knew he was a goner.
What happened?
Well, the sailor was a little intoxicated. He fired a shot at Wash, missing him. And Wash must have regained his senses because while laying on the ground, he dodged 5 shots with cat-like reflexes.
He dodged 5 shots.
I never saw anything like it. The sailor had used all the bullets in the first gun when he began to raise the other gun. And quick as lightning, Wash reached into his boot, pulled out that Derringer, shot him twice in the head.
Wow. That was unbelievable.
I saw it up close and in person, and I still don't believe it.
Maybe he really did have a guardian angel watching over him.
I'm telling you, the man had 9 lives.
They say he killed 9 men.
9, 11, 12, 15. He's the only one that knows. Wash? Wash, it's Walt.
Walt?
Yeah, brother, it's me.
Walt, you motherfucker, you.
How you feeling?
Man, I'm on cloud 9.
The drugs.
They say this is the end of the line for me.
Sorry to hear that, brother.
You know I'm a poet.
Yeah, I know.
I got one for you. Fat, thin, or small, the bigger you are, the harder you fall. And don't get up with your fists all tight unless you're ready for a good fight. So it's better to stay on the ground than to get up and be knocked back down. The nightmare legend was a courageous man, so your best bet was not to get out of hand. When Wash came to town, he had a job at the stockyards knocking cows down. And now he's a cop and packing too. You better be cool, or I'll be all over you.
Truly a poet till the end.
Roz, why are they dancing on my bed?
Sylvester, nobody's dancing on your bed.
4, 8, 11. Walt, there's 11 people dancing on my bed. Look.
Hey, man, it must be the drugs, because ain't nobody.
Goodbye, husband.
Rest in peace, my brother. They can say whatever they want about you, but no one can deny you were truly a legend in your own time. The good people of Chicago owe you a debt of gratitude for bringing law and order back to Bronzeville.